Jones. I think this is gonna be Laura's good side. You guys, I have no business being up here on the main stage doing what I'm about to do. I'm not gonna waste any time. One-time Tony winner, five-time Tony nominee, star of the Spring Pit Spectacular, ladies and gentlemen, Laura Benanti. My Spring Spectacular joke, I bombed it. How are you? I feel like you have one weekend off every year. Oh, are we gonna tell them what happened to your face?
Oh, again.
No, guys, that's not a thing. She's fine. Everything's fine.
Not fine. There she is.
Hi, girl.
Let's take the cape off too.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Hi.
Here we are. I want to take a picture of everybody.
Oh my God, you guys. Look your hottest for Laura Benanti, please. Wait, oh me?
Yeah.
How do I do it?
Just.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get everybody in.
Hi, guys! Oh my
Alright.
God. This is insane! I can't believe this is happening.
Really?
Well, you know, every time I see you, every time I talk to you, I'm like, act normal for 5
Why are we
minutes.
so far away?
Should we go up closer?
Yeah.
Hi, do you want your water?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through your phone.
Oh, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Every time you talk to me, what happens?
You know how, like, every time I see you, we'll talk like normal for 5 seconds, and my gay brain goes off, and I'm like, and you're like, can you please just not today? My ears hurt.
No, I never say that.
I know, that's true.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, I feel like you have one weekend off a year, and then it happens to be this weekend, and all your friends are like, can you come do my thing at Broadwaycon?
No, I've never been able to come to Broadwaycon, so I'm so excited.
What is it? Okay, so you're like a recognizable famous person in real life, but at Broadwaycon, you're like Lady Gaga level famous. What is it like to like walk around and have to like have 15 people around you?
But I don't. Actually, I was like disturbed by how few people seem like they cared.
You guys, let me tell you, I
I
did
was
it.
like, and everyone was like, no, thank you.
I actually wrote. I like
You
did some.
wrote questions like a professional?
I wrote some questions. Did you see my tweet this morning at 3 a.m.? I was awake, so I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, did the laundry. I know exactly. And I was like, I need to like find out what you've been up to for the last year. Well, number one, the world's gone to hell.
It's really scary out there.
But it's great for you. So if anybody doesn't know, Laura Benanti plays Melania Trump on Full Day. How did that happen?
How did it happen? I was on Steven's show to promote She Loves Me, and they...
You've heard of it? You've heard of it?
I wrote it.
Yeah.
And...
She's like, I'll do the jokes. Just don't.
You do too. We both do that. And he pointed out my like physical resemblance to her, which I don't really see. But he put up a photo of us side by side, and then I sort of did her like vacant pout, and then I thought nothing of it. It was just like a tiny, it was like a bit. And then after the Republican National Convention, when she like famously plagiarized Michelle Obama's speech, they called me.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
It's like, what?
I actually feel bad for her, because obviously she didn't write it.
Of
Some
course.
idiot was like, just say this. And she was like, okay. And then the world like rained down a firestorm on her.
Well, they online bullied the person who was like, my whole like platform was going to be to end online bullying.
Also, can you talk about the irony of her ending bullying?
I just cannot.
It's so funny to me. I'm like, here's your platform. Go into his bedroom, because you know they don't share a bed.
She didn't even live in the house for like the first 7
Go
months.
into his bedroom and take his phone away.
Right.
End the platform!
Do you know what, actually, I've been thinking, so I did the LGBT panel today. There's some gay people here. I don't know if you know that.
No.
There's like 1 or 2 of them.
Okay.
And I was like, we were talking about Trump, and I was like, oh God, what if there's like a Broadway fan who's a Trump supporter?
Just thinking that.
I know.
I mean, I'm sure, because here's the thing. So I have family members who are Trump supporters. There are people that I really genuinely love who are Trump supporters. And not to like bring it out and get all serious, but I do think the proliferation of like, Fox News and Breitbart and these news sites that if that's the only thing you watch or read are actually very compelling. Like, if I thought that Hillary Clinton ran a child pornography ring out of a pizza place, I wouldn't vote for her either. So, the fact that we have a pathological liar as our president is truly astonishing. And as a mom, freaks me out because all of the things we tell our kids not to do, he does. And so you can say like, well, don't lie, don't bully, don't be mean, don't do all these things. And your kids can literally look at you and be like, but the president does it. And that's what is so terrifying to me, beyond nuclear warfare.
Yeah, there's that too. Are you ready for like that? I'm already anticipating. They're like, at Laura Benanti, stick to acting.
I know.
Does that happen?
Like, okay.
Speaking of acting, meteor shower.
Yeah.
So, on a scale from 0 to Mandy Patinkin, how crazy is Steve Martin?
He is like.
Sorry, Mandy, if you're here, I love you, but.
No, he's I have a funny story about him. So
that's like how it always goes.
So he and Patty LaPone are really good friends, and I met him over and over again. And every time I met him, he'd be like, "Nice to meet you." And the 10th time he said that, Patty LaPone goes, "If you say nice to meet you one more time, I'm gonna set your balls on fire." She's like, "You better not stop."
And every time you dutifully pretend that you're meeting for the first time.
It is an honor to meet you, sir. You killed my father. Prepare time.
Prepare time.
So, on a scale of 0 to Mandy Patinkin, he's like Tom Hanks. Like,
oh my God! Whoa, that is an endorsement if I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, he's very, very engaging. He's a true Renaissance man. He's a musician. He's an artist. He's a writer. He's a comedian. He's a serious actor. He's an author. He's a playwright. He's so many things. He's incredibly bright. Really generous. He can't hear very well.
Oh no!
Yeah, he has. I'm not sure what it's from, but so the first few times I was so nervous to be around him that all of my jokes were like under my breath, and he didn't respond. And I was like, oh my God, he hates me. And then finally, Amy was like, he can't hear you. Like if you want to make a joke, you have to say it loud.
Oh my God!
Oh.
You know, he wrote Bright Star.
Yeah, I
know. I don't know if you know much about musicals.
It's blue and there's clouds in it.
I know, sometimes. Bright Star, I love Bright Star so much, and I love Steve Martin. Like, he's such a prolific playwright and now musical book writer. Amazing. I take it all back, Steve. What was I gonna say? Oh, Amy Schumer.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
She's the best. I know, for whatever reason, a lot of people were tweeting like, you're ruining Broadway, Amy Schumer. I'm like, why do people not like her?
Amy Schumer?
She's so generous, she's so funny, she's really, really smart. She was incredible to me. And that doesn't always happen. A lot of times, like, women and comedians, they can be a little rough to each other. And from the minute I met her, she was just cool. I really liked her so much. And she's incredibly fast. She makes me look like a moron.
No way!
Yeah, no, she is so fast. I couldn't catch up. So she microwaves a joke. That's incredible. I feel bad for you guys over here. I'm not trying to. Oh, you're watching a thing.
Hi guys, look at these people over here too. Hi everyone.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, maybe that's why we're supposed to be back.
Oh, is that what we're supposed to be back?
Can you guys see us? Okay, alright, we're good.
Do you guys care? No. Okay.
Like the one person's gonna be like, yeah, move back, Benanti. Can we talk about one more person in that cast who I'm obsessed with?
Sure.
Jeremy Shamos.
He's the best.
Do you guys know Jeremy Shamos?
He's
Famous?
famous, like famous.
Oh, and is he? Not really, but he's like
He's so good.
He's like 100-time Tony nominee. Like I remember him from Clybourne Park, which is like probably my favorite play of all time.
Sure.
And how is he? Like, I was thinking that you two are these like Broadway stars, professionals, you've been doing this forever, and then you're working with these two, like, big TV movie personalities that have never done the HO Week thing.
They have though.
Have they?
Amy did Hamlet, and Amy actually comes from theater. She studied theater in college, and she actually started a theater company in New York. So
she did?
Yeah, she comes from theater. She loves theater. I mean, she's like, one day I was like, what are you watching? And she was like, you as Marie in Sound Music.
Where was she watching it?
On her phone.
Like a bootleg?
Yeah,
Hilarious.
I was like, all of a sudden I heard my voice, and I was like, is that an angel?
That's all the questions I have. Thank you for coming.
Can you go to the radio also?
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the podcast. Yeah, we're gonna do it. People are like, I know.
Spin this record.
What was I gonna ask you about next? I don't remember. Can we talk about your daughter?
Yes, let's talk about my
Laura's a mom now.
You guys, wow. First of all, I'm excited. She's in this phase where she will not nap. She just sits in her crib and goes, like she's vocalizing. And now she started going, write it down.
Yeah.
But she's hilarious. She's 11 months old. She runs. She catches a ball. Like, she's crazy. She's a lunatic. Today we took her to brunch and there was jazz playing.
Oh my
and she
God.
just started going. All the jazz musicians were like in love with her. They
How
gave
old
her
was she?
their CD.
When did she start walking?
She started walking at 10 months. She started crawling at 6 months and walking at 10 months.
Daisy did not walk until she was 16 months.
I thought you were going to say 16.
Until she was 16.
No, Ella she's, my friends joke that she's a single mom, 37, she's a CEO in a company. Like, today I was complaining, I was like, Ella won't nap, and she's like, she didn't make partner by napping. She's the most serious baby. She's so funny.
Is she serious?
She's serious about life, where I feel like she's just been here a million times. She's like, yeah, let's get to the part where I run everything.
Her dad has like a real job, right?
Yeah, her dad's a
You guys, I just implied that Laura Benanti doesn't have a real job.
Well, no, I mean, he's a civilian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. He's such an appreciator of the arts, but there's not any sense of like,
Yeah.
weird.
I wrote these notes and then I looked them back over later and I had literally written the question, what's it like being married to a straight guy? I went out of my body and wrote that question. Well, maybe the straight civilian.
Okay. It's great.
Yeah.
And he is, occasionally you're
Is
like,
he neat?
Yeah.
Are you neat?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
good.
no, we have like a fastidious home. But our child...
Don't come to our house.
No, I mean, once we had our kid, I was like, oh, well, it's just gonna look like a garbage pile every day now. But no, it's great. Men and women are so different.
Yes.
And I guess most of the men that I know are gay.
Yes.
So there are some times where I'm like, why don't you just understand my feelings? I'm like, I don't know.
I married a gay, and it's not always that easy. Hey, I love you so much. I'm on stage with Laura Benanti. Hi, guys.
He's like, this is garbage. Why would you tell me like that?
He doesn't have
This opportunity to talk about my husband.
But like, so...
Wait, can we talk about how your daughter wears a wig?
It's a Laura Benanti wig.
Has the most hair of any human I've ever seen.
Have you guys seen pictures of Daisy?
Oh my god. She's so gorgeous. She literally has like jasmine hair
She
from
does.
right? Aladdin. I think it's a wig. I don't believe it.
She's almost 4 and we haven't
Oh
been able
my
to...
god.
Okay, I'm bi.
I threw. Oh no!
I totally rehearsed this
paper
bit.
towels. Should I use my cape?
No, we're fine. Just don't dance on it.
Alright, everybody be careful.
We were gonna have Daisy go as you for Halloween last year. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
We were gonna try to get your She Loves Me costume made. You know, my husband Steve has this like dream of dressing her as Fosca. Do you remember when you did that video?
No, I blacked out. Of course.
So I don't know what Fosca is or who it is or what it comes from. I know I'm the worst gay. I know. You guys, this young man has
What's your name? Alexander, how old are you? 8. You're 8? What's your favorite show? I wasn't in that. You have to say something. What's your second favorite show?
In the Heights.
I haven't learned our lesson yet, have you? What's your third favorite show?
Come from the West.
Here, take your hands. Thank you so much.
You're the best. Nice to see you, buddy.
I really appreciate it.
Are you cleaning this up? Sit down! Oh my God! Sit!
We'll leave it and then we'll do it later.
I'm cleaning this up. I'm gonna ask you one thing.
Just sit, leave it there. Let it soak it up. That's how it works. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you.
Oh, we were talking about you being married to a straight guy.
Yeah, we did that. We covered that. Oh, Fosca. Okay.
Oh yeah, Fosca.
So, you guys know. So, Passion. Stephen Sondheim's Passion.
Oh, right.
Right, and it was Donna Murphy, and the entire show was literally a sickly, haggard woman who falls in love with a soldier and who's having an affair with Mary Maisie. And well, not actually Mary Maisie, but because she's married. And then blah blah blah. Long story short, she somehow like stalks him and manipulates him into falling in love with her, and then they make love, and then she does.
Oh my God, that sounds so fun.
And in high school, I was like, yes. That is love.
But you did this amazing video where you like went to Times Square.
Yeah, because I trick-or-treated this Fosca as a high school student. So when I was in high school and all my friends were going to like bonfire parties with beer, dressed like slutty kittens, I was dressed like Fosca from Steven Sonic trick-or-treating with my mom.
Yeah, Laura Benanti, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lady here that I met yesterday who saw your mom in Brigadoon.
Stop.
Yeah, she said she was coming to the panel.
Wait, what? Oh my
Hi.
gosh! So you saw my dad too? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
That's amazing.
Did she say I'm old?
You said she's old.
Oh, you're old. You're old. That's amazing. Yeah, I was a little baby when they did that show. I was like a year old. Oh my God.
One of the things I love to know about you is that you were like a super serious
I was
kid.
the most serious.
How is that possible?
Ella is the same way. Because,
Really?
Because I took things very seriously. Like I was born into a baby body that I was like, let's move it along. I got things I want to do, and I really relate to Ella because she's the same way. She gets so frustrated that she can't communicate yet. She gets frustrated that I don't know what she needs. And I was like that, where I was just like, I don't want to live in this small town where nobody cares about what I care about, because what I care about is Broadway.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be on Broadway so badly, so I hadn't yet learned to have a sense of humor about myself.
How did you learn that?
Well, my mom has a sense of humor about herself.
Your mother, oh my God, she's the funniest person.
She genuinely is hysterically funny. And she sees the world that way. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we would be in a very serious situation, and I, as a child, would have to tell my mom to stop giggling.
Like church?
Pull it together. She just finds the funny. Like, she'll just find the funny. And, you know, life is life, and we all go through difficult and trying times. And I had some particularly trying times with my neck and then just stuff. And my mom was like, you gotta look at what's funny about it. And
Linda, oh my God.
So she really brought out in me the part of me that looks for what's funny. The part of you that floats out of your own body, you know, that you can see yourself from the outside.
The part of me that wrote, what's it like to be married to a straight guy?
Exactly. But it's so, you know, if you are so deeply entrenched in your own, in what's going on with you and you alone, it's really hard to think anything is delightful or funny. So she sort of taught me to dissociate.
Wait, do you have a memory of being like, oh, I take things less seriously now?
Yeah. I think every day I feel that way. Every day I'm like, oh wow, I take things less seriously than I used to. And especially as a mom, you have to do that, because if I allowed every tantrum to like end me, I would be dead.
Yeah. We're gonna come back to your kid, but I have to get to this. I mean, I just have to talk about it. So, every single human being who is nominated for a Tony Award deserves to win.
Yeah.
You should have 2 Tony Awards. Like, everyone deserves to win. And nobody was better or less good or worse or whatever, but women on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I talk to you about it every 5 minutes. Can we talk about it? I'm just gonna ask you the same questions I always ask you.
Great.
Can you talk about getting drunk with Patty LuPone?
Yes. But that was in Gypsy. Do you know?
That's right.
Does everybody know the story of Broadway? Okay. So the first time I ever met Patty was the first day of rehearsal of Gypsy at City Center, and I was playing Gypsy Rose Lee, so I was on a crazy diet where I only ate like 5 almonds, and it was not good. But so I hadn't eaten all day, and she was like, "Do you want to go get a drink?" And I was like, "Yes, Patty, I do want to." And she started out by saying to the bartender, she was like, "I'll have 2 double vodkas on the rocks." I was like, "I will also have 2 double vodkas and a loaf of bread." And I only remember the first like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm not a big drinker, and I hadn't eaten, and I don't remember how I got home. Not safe, nobody do that. Especially young people, don't do that. I just remember I woke up in the shower with my clothes and my shoes on.
Water off, though.
Water on?
Yeah, water on?
I was in the shower with my shoes on. Yeah, and my then the shower door. It was like, what happened to you? And I looked up at him and I said,
Oh my God! Gypsy was such a turning point. I don't want to say was it a turning point?
Yeah, well, because I had so in Into the Woods I broke my neck, and it was like before internet stuff.
Do you guys not know that Laura broke her neck in Into the Woods?
Yes, I broke my neck in Into the Woods doing pratfall, and long story short, like it became a whole thing where like the producers were saying that I didn't break my neck, and my doctor was like, yes, she did. And but it was like I couldn't talk about it publicly, and it was just a weird thing. Like the Post asked them why I was out, and they were like, we don't know, but we wish you'd show up for work. Meanwhile, I'm like a caller, like my mom like bathing me. So that was really hard for me. It was the first time in my life I ever felt like, oh, not everybody has her best interests at heart. Because I grew up in this tiny town where everybody was like rooting for me. And so after that happened, I kind of lost my love for my first love, which is theater. It was just so physically painful and emotionally scarring. And so I took a step back and I didn't do another show for a while. I did like a bunch of TV stuff, and then the next thing I did was The Wedding Singer. So thanks. And I didn't feel particularly proud of my performance in The Wedding Singer. I didn't feel like I was like necessarily right for that part, even though I maybe tried my best. Not every role is your role.
Yeah.
They were so generous to cast me in it, and I did audition, and it just ended up being like not the right fit. And so I was feeling bad about that. And, so when Gypsy came along, and I auditioned for that as well. Once that came along, and I felt a sense of community again. Like I was able to talk about what happened to me with my neck, and people who had been pretty cruel to me reached out from the company to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So it felt like a healing of sorts, where I was brought back to the thing that I love to do, which is theater, and it made me feel like just that I was part of a community again that I didn't really feel part of for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Can we talk about TV?
Yeah.
Just so you're like, now I'm a part of the theater. I'm like, but wait, I have TV questions.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, okay, so one of my favorite people in the world, one of my favorite podcasters, a woman named Rebecca Lavoie, her and her husband Kevin Flynn run a podcast. It's the Law & Order SVU podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to, first of all, when they knew that I knew you, they were like, oh, she's on SVU. And I was like, no. I had to literally write them a 15-page email about how you are our queen. And I was like, we lend her out to television, but you need to know, you have to have the respect. And so Rebecca thinks you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
Oh, that's
and
Thank you.
she was, so I was like, I don't know